What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Weezy. Welcome to Jay Weezy's World. It is Sunday, July 6th. It is 8:13 in the morning, and I am tired. I'm not gonna lie. I am running a little bit low this morning. I had a late night last night. Got some new furniture, putting some things together. You guys know how it goes. Like, you get into this mode of like just moving stuff around. You look up. It's 1 in the morning, and I'm not crazy tired. It's just, I'm a little bit slower this morning. So it is Sunday, as I said, time to meal prep. But I want your guys' thoughts, so I'm going to take you guys along just my quick grocery haul. I have everything logged here on my phone, and I'm going to talk about that really quick. So the game plan for this week's meals is simple. And so again, I have my grocery list written down. And there's a couple reasons why I have it written down. One, stick to a budget. Two, make sure I don't forget anything because I don't want to go anywhere. If I can, once I start meal prepping, because there's nothing worse than when you forget one main item and, yeah, like a seasoning or a sauce or whatever it is, and just, yeah, you got to go back to the store, lose your momentum. Annoying. Anyways, but also, as I said before, cooking with intention or grocery shopping with intention. So in my head right now, this is what now I went ahead and logged it in MyFitnessPal, just kind of understand what the calories are going to look like, what have you. So the game plan for lunch this week is, well, let me pause. So I'm going to take you guys on, just show you guys the grocery haul and my shopping, but I'm also going to show you guys how I'm prepping it and then getting the meals together. So my question to you guys is, would you want the video split up? Me, I like long form vlogs and videos. Would you just want a YouTube short that just shows, here's how you prep chicken, which I think I might still do that stuff, but I enjoy the long form videos personally. And so I'd like you guys to get your feedback. Do you want the long form videos where I show you the grocery shopping, the cooking of the food, and then what the meals look like afterwards, or should it be split up into individual videos, if that makes sense? So I'd love to get your guys' feedback. I think there's benefits to both because attention span can be short. So, or do I do both? Do I do the long form video and then snippet those and put them into YouTube shorts, kind of like how some of the big podcasters do, where they get one full video and then they piece them out and they eventually release the whole video? I would probably do the whole video and then YouTube short it, but just want your guys' thoughts on what kind of content you think would be more entertaining or engaging for you. I think it's important to gauge feedback. But so the meals this week, and so what that looks like is, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and for breakfast, I'm going to do my egg bakes. You guys will see that. If you guys don't know how to make those, check out one of my previous videos about my egg bakes, along with the Chobani Greek yogurt. That's breakfast. Lunch, what I'm thinking is, what I have written down, is some chicken breast. I'm going to show you guys how I prepare my chicken breast. So chicken breast, basmati rice, some roasted vegetables. Dinner, I'm thinking salmon, basmati rice, and like broccoli cuts, but it's some sort of veggie. I have some stuff in my freezer right now, so I don't need to purchase that here. So 3 easy meals that are simple. The snacks I'm gonna have are gonna be some navel oranges. I still have some of those at home. Not gonna buy any more. And check your fridge. Like me, I'm personally bad with not checking to see what I have. And so on my list, I had white onion, purple onion, who already have that. I had garlic on my list, I already have that. And so I don't want to just assume anymore, because it just fills up your fridge and nonsense, and it gets wasteful. So again, egg bake and yogurt for breakfast, rice, chicken, veggie for lunch, and then rice, salmon. So salmon I didn't eat last week. Again, switching it up. So do some salmon, again, rice, salmon, and a veggie for dinner. All should be pretty good. All easy to meal prep. Add some seasonings, do all that stuff. It'll be super tasty. So let's go ahead and get this grocery shopping done. Wife just texted me with some items that she needs. Easy peasy. Yeah, I just said easy peasy. Oh, and I want to make my Pico de Gallo again. I think I want to take some Pico de Gallo when I have my lunch at work. Again, it worked out well last week, so let's go ahead and repeat. So let's go grocery shopping. All right, so let's do a voiceover for this shopping. What kind of shopper are you guys? Me, I like to hit the aisles first, get all the dry stuff, then get over to the dairy and eggs, then get over to the fruits and vegetables, and then from there get my meats. So keep in mind, guys, some of these things you guys are going to see are not within the meal prep. Some are going to be some odds and ends that the wife asked me to go ahead and get her. And yes, one of those bags of popcorn is mine for sure. Snack on it throughout the week, in case I want to grab something. That Chobani is honestly becoming a front runner when it comes to my Greek yogurt. And one thing I want to say is these roasted vegetables, these fajitas and these roasted vegetables, definitely a go-to. If I can get them, I definitely highly recommend it. Does anybody else make sure to check their how many fruits or different types of fruits and different types of vegetables and different meats that you have before you rip off those plastic bags you see there on the screen? For me, I hate when I get to the cash register and I still have plenty that are left over. It just feels wasteful, so I try to be mindful of getting just enough for what I need. That way, I'm not being wasteful. But got the pasta bird, got the salmon, got these shrimp skewers for tonight's dinner. So I'm gonna go home and get this meal prep in. Let's get things started. So because I know my chicken breast is gonna need to marinate for a few hours, I'm not gonna be cooking it immediately. I'm gonna prepare that first to marinate. And what I'm gonna do is get some lemons and get my spices together, put them in a Ziploc bag, and then put it in the fridge in its own space for about 2 to 3 hours. So first I'm gonna wash the lemons because I'm gonna have some of the lemon rinds in the chicken there with it, or in there with the chicken, and I don't want dirty rinds that are just gonna be sitting there. Just I don't know who's been touching the lemon, so wash your lemons. And if you're not very familiar with using lemons with chicken breast as a marinade, I definitely recommend because the lemon juice is almost going to act like it's going to break down the meat. It's going to make it soft. It's going to break down the tendons, all that stuff that's inside the chicken breast itself. So that way, when you go to grill it or bake it, however you make it, it's going to keep the chicken, first of all, with the zesty flavor, but also secondly, it's going to make sure it continues to stay moist. So I definitely recommend using lemon just as a quick, simple, healthy marinade because all of those pre-bought store marinades have a lot of sugar in it. Lemon for me is where it's at. The seasonings I'm using today to go with the lemons are Himalayan pink salt, got some garlic powder, some onion powder, some cumin, and some turmeric. You guys are going to see later on that turmeric gives a really nice color to the chicken. It does this for chicken thighs, chicken breasts. Not only is it great for anti-inflammatory reasons, it tastes great too. Now the cumin, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, a little bit of cumin goes a long way, so don't use too much of that. But I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze out these lemons and go ahead and bag up this chicken to get prepped to go ahead and put into the refrigerator for a couple hours. As a quick side note, definitely invest into some cooking gloves. Look at the color that turmeric gave it. It's like a yellow orange color, super pretty. It's gonna come out nice off the grill. Bagging these up. It's a half-gallon bag and 5 pieces of chicken. But what I wanted to point out is if you notice the zipper part of the Ziploc is flipped inside out. And the reason why I have that flipped inside out is just through experience where when I'm bagging up raw meat, I don't want it to get on the outside of the top of the bag because you might clip it, have some contaminant. So I have it flipped inside out until I'm done and can bag it up properly. And now that the chicken is marinating, I'm gonna go ahead and get my juice set for the week. If you don't know, I like to take a juice shot every morning, get that digestion going. And I'm actually gonna run the same juice back that I did last week, which is navel oranges, lemon, and ginger. And one thing before I throw the ginger into the machine, just so that way it can juice a little bit better, is I'll cut the ginger into small pieces and then split those small pieces into half pieces. That way I can kind of maximize what I'm getting out of it, but also I don't want to break the machine as well, so want to be mindful of that. Let's go ahead and top these off. I feel like my measurements, fruit to servings ratio is getting better and better week over week. So it was definitely spicy from the ginger. So as of now, I have the rice in the rice maker and the chicken breast on the grill. And so that means I'm going to go ahead and get started on my Pico de Gallo. I loved it last week, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it back this week. It's super easy to make, super flavorful. Again, they keep harping on that, but I enjoy it, so thought I'd just go ahead and make sure I express how much I like it. So pico I like to make is super simple: white onion, fresh jalapeno, which I de-seed the seeds because I like spice, but the wife can't necessarily handle spice like she used to. Along with some tomato and then some cilantro, which I like to finely mince. I don't like my cilantro just big and leafy. And from there, I go ahead and add some fresh lime juice, not from the bottle, but actually fresh limes. And then add some salt. So I'm going to throw some of that Himalayan pink salt on top. And then salt to taste. That's it. Go ahead and throw it in the fridge after that. Man, that chicken breast came out good. And here we have the final product. Not entirely sure why I put the Chobani out there, but got the juice, got the egg bakes, got the rice, got the chicken, and got the pico de gallo. Extremely happy. It's tedious, but definitely going to enjoy the final product. All right, so everything is made. I am tired, ready to chill. It's only about 2 o'clock, so it's still early. Was able to get everything done, the juicing, the chicken, all that jazz. But happy with how everything turned out. It's a lot of work. And yeah, get to sit here and watch the D-back game and chill for the rest of the day and handle a couple odds and ends. And please let me know what you guys think in the comments section as far as the video goes. And please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.